Hey guys, today we'll learn how to graph logarithmic functions. The function that I have here is f of x equals log base 2 of x. In order to graph this function, we need some x and y values. So let's go ahead and take some random x values. I'll take -1, 0, 1, 2, and since the base is 2, I'll go ahead and take 4. Now we need to find out our y values or f of x values. So in order to get those, you have to think 2 raised to what power gives you a -1. Now that is not possible. So that is undefined. We cannot raise that 2 to any number so that the answer is -1. And same as the case with 0. 2 raised to what power gives you a 0? There is no number that we can use here. Then 2 raised to what power gives you a 1? 2 raised to the 0 power is 1. So I can put a 0 right here. 2 raised to what power gives you a 2? The answer is 1, so this should be 1. 2 raised to what power gives you a 4? I know it's a 2. So I got these values and I can graph these x and y values and try to see what kind of graph we get for our logarithmic function that we have here. So let's go ahead and plot these points. For -1, we have error, okay, undefined value. For 0, we have an undefined value. For 1, we have a 0, which is right there. For 2, we have a 1. For 4, we have 2. Now, when we tried 0, we got an undefined value. That means there should be an asymptote right there. On the y-axis for this graph, you'll have an asymptote. Means you have a line to which the graph comes closer and closer but never touches. Okay, here is our asymptote. Let's go ahead and join these points and get our graph. So this is the graph for logarithmic function. You see that the asymptote is your y-axis. There is an x-intercept at 1. And then if you want to talk about the domain, you can say the domain is all real numbers greater than 0. And your range is -infinity to +infinity, or you can say it's all real numbers. So that was the graph for f of x equals log base 2 of x. And if you are thinking, how can we get these values using a calculator? Let me go ahead and show you that. I have my calculator here, and we need to find out log of -1 to base 2. So this is how you put it in the calculator. Log of -1 divided by log 2. Error. Okay, now let's try log base 2 of 1. Log of 1 divided by log of 2. And by the way, the calculator uses common logarithms. When I say common logarithms, the base is 10 there. When you hit that button log, you get log base 10 of 1 divided by log base 10 of 2, and that is a 0, and that's what we had. So in the same way, you can enter the rest of the values, and come up with your y values.